to go eat a little bit of lunch. I hope Robbie did as well.
Oh yeah, I was about
and
to die.
got a
deep breakfast.
yeah. See, I ate breakfast. Then we got. Looks like they took a picture. So again, if you haven't had a chance, check out the stuff on Slack and see all the pictures. Andy Talaga's there getting pictures of everyone, pictures of all the games, pictures of the swag. Like, if you haven't gone, if you're listening, watching this stream and hanging out with us and you haven't had a chance to get to a Star Wars CCG live event, or you haven't been in a while, prioritize getting out here, because it is an absolute blast. Like, everyone is here to have fun. The attitude, everything that's going on, it's playing on GEMP is awesome. Streaming is fun. Playing live in person is just so much better. And that's really where you go with all of this. It's just, that's the way to go.
110%.
So we got a matchup coming up here. We've got AJ Hatoum, who is one of my Minnesota locals. He and I have driven out to a few events together out in Indianapolis and Columbus, versus Joe Horby. Now, Joe is a phenomenal player, but he spends most of his time with Star Wars playing in the retro formats. He plays in a lot of the retro leagues, a lot of the other formats, and he does very, very well. So this is, he's hasn't done a lot of foray into the open format before. So he's 2-1 right now, and that's awesome. And both of them have the amazing Sidious Xboxes. Look like Joe is using the PC lunch cooler that I use to haul my cards or my lunches around for work. Like, that's some of the different swag items you can get, from doing donations to the PC, going to live events. Like, we don't do packs of cards anymore other than the packs of the AI and the V-slips. But, like, there's so much other just cool swag.
Wait. We have new packs that you can get.
Oh yeah, the Advocate packs.
Yeah, the Advocate packs.
The Advocate Award, the Hall of Famers and award winners packs. I believe there's actually even a Garrett card in there. So if you get one of those, you bring it to me at a live event. Not only will I sign it for you, I'll also give you a hug. So that may also be less of an allure for some people, but whatever. And we see Joe, who I did say, I talked about Joe playing retro. He's real active on the Discord, the book club, which is the Star Wars CCG Discord that definitely is a little more retro focused than maybe Slack or the forums are. He's just starting with Throne Room mains. No, Logan.
Well, we don't know it's Throne Room mains. It's just Throne Room. So.
Well, he's starting with the Throne Room. So that's crazy. Like, he's just like, I'm playing retro. We're going Throne Room. Let's rock. And he's got 3 effects start. Hasn't revealed them yet, even though AJ's revealed all his. Technically not the correct order. Like, I think he set them aside already, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
And AJ playing Hunt Down V, he's been playing this a bunch and did very well in the last OCS with it. So this will be fun. And the OCS is coming up. Starts again in May. If you haven't signed up for the OCS in the past, or you're doing it monthly, this would be a good time to, sign up, and it's a blast. And again, fun foils. I love the OCS because it forces me to play games. Like, I sign up for the yearly pass. It makes me play those 12 games a month that I might otherwise do something different with my time. And it keeps me more attached to the community and playing games, and awesome. So Joe's starting with Insurrection Aim High, Your Insight Serves You Well, and Battle Order First Strike, or Battle Order Draw Their Fire. This looks like it might be similar to the version Ryan Jelson's been playing recently. AJ starts with There Are Many Hunting You. Looks like Domination. Enforcement, Domination, and I Am Your Father.
I Am Your Father.
So, and Joe immediately says, well, I'm going to ditch insight for honor, because apparently he doesn't think AJ's playing numbers. So, which does seem fairly reasonable. And drops his grabber shield.
Activates a huge amount of force turn
Yeah.
1.
Activates 3. But it looks like he might
2
have
docking bays in hand.
no, docking bay and boss Nass's chamber.
Oh, okay. It looked like
So,
or yeah, one of the other
yeah,
docking bays. So thank
still one of those you feel a little bad activating, getting the docking bay, and I think he's probably checking to see where all his Twixes are. There's the Jedi Council chamber. So
he didn't check
he must
too
not
hard.
have a grabber
Yeah.
for it. Well, he did. I saw like 3 sites as he was flipping through, so he might have been like, "Wow, that's all I've got to look for."
Yeah.
Yep, turning all the sites no one's ever going to go to on one side. Although I think in theory the Profundity docking bay can be. There's the speak.
Yes,
Which
Profundity
is
docking bay with Vader can be a battleground.
Yeah, can actually be used, but unlikely to go there. And AJ's also only activating a little bit. Like AJ's only activating 4 or 5.
Yeah.
No, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So like AJ's not necessarily coming down with anything either. Joe's getting a chance to raid. He's like, I don't remember any of these cards when I played 20 years ago. So Joe is a fantastic player. And as I said, if you get into the retro games, get into the retro format, you will absolutely run into Joe. His Gemp is, how did we get into this mess? HD. I don't remember the rest of the initials, but spectacular player, consistently near the top of all the retro Gemp events, and decided to come out and start playing open. He's been play testing with some people, and I mean, he's 2-1. He's making he's making a case for it. So, and that's awesome.
Looks like both players are getting their early activation out. AJ's got the bridge puller, so helpful.
For sure.
And I like how the players are trying to be, so space conscientious, and we've got all the space in the world for them.
But, but it's also, you get used to kind of playing in a more closed space, a little bit more confined space sometimes, and it's worth, that's not a terrible thing.
No.
So it's hard to complain about the way they've got it. Andy's got round 4 pictures going. Andy's doing an awesome job. He just, another guy who plays a lot of retro, just drove up to come hang out for the day and take pictures and just chill with people. Like that's the community. Our people are here to have fun, and we see Joe search for and grab the Hoth docking bay, looks like, and he must have activated the Jedi Council chamber to use that speak.
Yep, there it is.
So there, he's going to draw a few, and yep. Like the thing is, he's got honor out, he can sit and wait on AJ,
right,
for quite a while. Like, okay, like, and there's the where you're looking for me to pull 3PO. Like, this is Throne Remains. It's you plink and wait for your opening, and then go big, and that's awesome. It's a fun deck to play. It's a fun thing that exists in the meta. It doesn't get walkling, so you do risk the, like you saw on turn 1, he literally activated 2 force, which just is a feels bad kind of moment.
But I mean, it's turn 0, not turn 1, so
yeah,
not too bad.
He got a free extra 2 force, and then on his normal turn 1, he was actually activating a decent amount because he got the 2 docking bays out. He got Boss Nass's chambers.
Looks like AJ's just gonna draw again.
I don't hate that if I'm AJ. Like, he still doesn't have a ton of force, and Throne Room, you got to worry about them just coming down on you.
It doesn't look like he has a ton of characters either.
I mean, Joe's only activating like 8. Yeah, I think AJ is just wasn't drawing anything he needed, and he didn't go get the other sight, which I think might be in his hand. I'm not sure why he didn't go get it earlier. And now he loses. He
Second
lost a
sister,
character to the Visage.
ninth
Is that?
sister, one of the sisters.
I think it's the third sister. It's definitely a sister of some sort.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look here. I think it's third. Yeah, it was the third sister. Obi-Wan is not a general, and she can help chase your guys. So, and there's Joe with the. Joe's like, all right, well, I'll put out 3PO. This is how this works.
Yep.
And I'm assuming we'll see 3PO card, and then he's got the Jedi Council chamber, so now he's starting to activate a healthy amount. And now it's a find your options, find your cards.
Yeah, and AJ's only activating 8 to Joe's 1, 2.
Yeah, now it'll be a bunch because Joe's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
11?
8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah,
11 to 8, and now 10 to 12.
Yeah. And Joe's still got at least a couple more Twixes, I'm sure, to come down. But also Joe's starting to draw their fire, so
yeah,
if AJ deploys a guy, AJ's got to pay force for any interrupts, and Hunt Down likes to use interrupts. They want to use protective interrupts. You want a force field. You want to, huntings. You want to far more frightening than death. Like all that stuff will cost him force he doesn't have.
You can still do the hatred cards though without having to spend a force.
Yeah, you can play them, but that's during your turn anyways. So, and there we see Vader come down, and AJ, I'm assuming, is going to give him a saber. Or did he activate the saber? Don't give him the Dark Jedi saber. I
laugh because AJ's reading honors cards that, he probably hasn't seen played with too much.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Honor was released probably before AJ was born, so it's
not heavily played anymore.
It really isn't, and I think I actually think it's a great card. I like seeing Joe play it because I also think it's a great call for against something like walkers,
right?
Where you're just like, all right, we're going to slow you down. So,
and
AJ, I joke that
here.
Yeah, I don't love that play. Like AJ, we joke that he's very young. He's one of the Rosemount kids. He started playing under Mr. Walseth, and super good guy. Like I like AJ a lot, and driving to events with him is quite a bit of fun. And he's saving 3, so he's expecting to get attacked there. So and that's the AI of Vader.
Emperor
Breach defenses. Yeah, the Enforcer. And such a gorgeous card. You got that for, I think that was one of the OCS prizes, or that was one of the online tournament prizes. Like that's why you participate in these things. You get just gorgeous foils. Like our graphics team does such amazing work.
I don't know if that's foil. I think it might just be the AI release print one.
I'm giving him credit for being foil. I think you're right, though. I think it might just be the regular AI, but it's still gorgeous card. Like,
I think Joe's got about 16 force to deploy with, so he's got
he's got a pile of dudes. Like, it's who does he want to jump Vader with?
Well, and I don't know if he's got guys in lightsabers. Like I see Luke's saber. Okay, there's
Luke. Yeah, I'm not sure he's got a lot of tricks. So there's Luke Rebel Scout, who's also gonna, more choke, and we see Logan saying he believes AJ has answers, but I think AJ does. Like AJ's a good enough player. He's not just playing like, oh, I'm just gonna blindly walk into this. But it's still
but now he's heavily taxed though on the Straw the Fire. He might have to play the Dark Time in his hand to activate one.
Just to get it running.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if Joe's going to go. There's
if
Lando.
he's gonna want to play, force field and sniper, or you are beaten, or like. Oh, I thought
Yeah.
he had a normal one in there too, but yeah, like he's about to get real taxed and one to swing and.
Yeah. And now I'm curious if Joe's going all in on the here's a Jedi presence gift to the mentor.
No, he's got a
That would
weapon
be
left.
insane. Oh my goodness.
Well, now he doesn't have to pay one to
Yoink!
swing.
And it's the dark Jedi lightsaber, so it absolutely can be stolen.
Yep.
That's and Luke's going to take it as well. It doesn't really matter. No one actually. Now I'm curious.
Oh yeah,
Dark
the
Jedi
weapon
lightsaber.
left should go lost.
Uh, it's Aura Grievous or your warrior ability greater than 4, so Yoda can't have carried it. Yeah, I'll text Chris.
Yeah, I just messaged him.
Oh, you did? Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Because
there's
yeah,
no
that
way
should be
weapon
lost.
lev is a used interrupt to steal a lightsaber.
No, it's not. But that gets misplayed by a lot of people a lot of the time.
Yeah,
So,
but
amusingly enough, now though, if he drops another character that could hold the saber, a warrior of ability greater than 4, he can actually transfer the Dark Jedi saber to them and use it.
I don't know if Show's gonna get over there in time.
I mean, it should be easy enough to.
Well,
Um,
it just recirculated, so.
I mean, we know where it is. Chris could always just go through the deck and pull it as well. Oh,
Okay, yeah, sure, stop.
and there's the sense on the. We must accelerate.
Yeah, so they're gonna go find it.
Yeah,
Thankfully.
it's. Yep, and that's exactly what it should be. Chris will just go in and be like, "Okay, here, I'll find it." Chris, our Hall of Fame tournament advocate
Tournament director and tournament
and
director.
tournament director for the today, doing awesome work as always. He's having someone like Chris who comes out to these events just to run it and hang out is amazing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
AJ got his
AJ not being able to find Vader's saber that
brutal.
turn really hurt him because it allowed the weapon lev.
Yeah, because if he'd have been Vader's saber, just actually,
Well, and I mean the worst case is so Joe's gotten weapon lev off, shielded card, no shield pool. He got sense off, no shield pool. He's gotten a bunch of things off that
so actually
AJ should have been careful on.
The steel would have gone through with the Vader's lightsaber. Anyways, it's Darth Vader's lightsaber that can't be stolen. He'd have stolen regular Vader's saber. Honestly, it's probably better for him that it was the Dark Jedi saber.
I thought they played the Darth Vader saber in there.
Some do, some don't. It's not a guarantee. The Darth Vader saber, would be immune to being stolen, but if he's running old school Vader saber, it is not. I mean, this does feel like AJ's in a
AJ's
real bad spot, though.
Yeah.
This is not a good.
No,
I'm
he's running what Dark Side mains or Throne Room mains is supposed to do.
Yeah. And the weapon level is brutal because it does look like he might have had a sniper in hand.
Yep.
Like he may have thought he had all the tricks and it was the weapon lev that just did it. And, if you don't know that's coming, you can't have the shield for it. You're not pulling the shield for it. But that might also be AJ should have played that shield in case, because it is such a game breaker. And that's the spot where you put that out.
Yep. That's
So
where
there's
knowing.
Vader.
Oh, it's Vader's lightsaber. It is.
Yeah, it is. So it could have been stolen. That's one of those where it's knowing the game and knowing some of those old lines is real important.
Well,
It's
and
actually Joe's lost
knowing
right either, because the weapon lift should be below Lando,
yeah.
but I don't think that's really going to matter. So
You might as well battle into him, AJ, if you're gonna drop them there.
yeah, you don't play him and then not battle AJ.
Yeah.
There's the
Day long remembered.
Yep, the reduce attrition or reduce immunity. So he's really going to have to just swing at Yoda,
Right.
because Yoda is fully immune. So you swing at Yoda and hope you can clear. But like, I don't
Odds are,
know
like,
where
you're probably about to get
overflowed. You got to spend one to swing there, and that's a miss. Oh yeah, he'll take. That's still a miss.
Yep.
And
That is a miss.
Joe also misses. No, those are hits. Luke adds one to each of
Luke.
his draws.
Yeah.
Joe put him back in the wrong order as well. So, and sensing the dark time.
Yeah.
See, I think AJ put out the wrong shield there. I don't think he put out oppressive.
I think AJ has a sense, and he thought he should keep. He just doesn't know that Throne Room is going to play multiple senses, weapon lev. Like, you just need to pull out those shields, and then you're fine.
Yeah. But I also think you have to say, I'm not going to grab your, I will just not play my sense and make you lose every time you're trying to.
Right.
Like, because that would have helped him significantly in getting some of those things through.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he should have, if he had pulled, the do or do not, then, or there's no try, I guess.
Yeah.
If he pulls that, like,
and he's peeling.
Yeah.
Before Vader, and then Luke's
yeah, but the sense still goes lost. Yeah,
no,
the sense goes lost. Like, Joe's got two senses that are floating back around his deck. Like,
yeah. Yeah, honor would stop the loss, but the sense being lost is still good.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, that was terrible.
Yeah, AJ's done. Like, this is a little unfortunate. I think Joe's got this. This is one of the, mains versus mains matchups tend to be very dependent on the first couple battles. Yep. Whoever gets the advantage is usually able to press it. And AJ's activation was so bad, he didn't get the advantage. And then once he lost the advantage, he couldn't press it. And Joe's just doing a great job of it. Like, this is
I also don't think AJ knows how to attack this. Like, this is not something I think he's seen a lot of, and
which is weird because it's at its core, Throne Room is just reactive mains. Like, Luke Saga is reactive mains. There are other reactive main stacks,
but they're different. Like, Luke Saga has massive restrictions on character base. Throne Room does not.
Yeah, but it's still
Luke Saga doesn't play a bunch of sixes because they're not always going to go through. Throne Room's going to play senses. They may play weapon lev or not, but Throne Room always plays weapon lev, it feels like. Like, these are just things that Throne Room almost always plays,
but some
Luke
of the
Saga does not.
Some of it, like the deploying Vader alone, that's a bad play against any reactive main stack. And AJ kind of walked into that.
Well, and I think he would have been a lot better, but he ran into Rebel Scout Luke, which not a lot of decks seem to want to play. Like, it's one of those things Emil always says, it's the best Luke, and I tend to agree with him. Like I get everybody likes Jedi Knight and everybody likes Destiny
Rebel Scout
6s
Luke
and
is
stuff.
so good.
But Rebel Scout's text is so insane. Like in Throne Room,
There's
you're
a reason.
taxing them so much.
So when I was playing Hitco heavily, part of the reason I played 2 Luke Jedi Knights and 3 Rebel Scouts is I only own 2 Luke Jedi Knights. But I seriously contemplated going 4-1 because Rebel Scout is just so good.
It is.
Like, you're choking them, you're getting the +1 to the weapon destinies, you can take it into hand when you draw it. Like, he's just so good. And yeah, I mean, you're right. Throne Remains does I have no downside to playing all the reactive stuff and playing it slightly better, but it's still at its core deploying Vader against a deck that wants to just run and attack you.
Sure, but
Deploying Vader alone feels really bad.
Oh yeah.
Like,
But
wait
like
another
Luke's
turn
Saga,
so you can back
Luke's
him up.
Saga also plays Battlegrounds. Throne Room really doesn't play Battlegrounds.
Yeah.
Things of that nature. Like,
but you're still in that same boat where these guys are not. You're still expecting.
I think the Force Choke is really what it threw him off in the early turns.
And I think I agree with you there. He was like, I've only got so much force. I got to do something.
And that's the difference. Whereas Luke Saga's giving him some force, so he doesn't maybe feel as pressured or rushed. But like, because he's also on a clock. Joe had honor out, whereas Luke Saga's not going to do that. So like,
Yeah.
I think AJ felt like he was under a massive more pressure than he really was. Like, I think if he saves the force that turn instead of deploying Vader, like he could drop more stuff and feel safer.
Yeah. And that's where I'm thinking. I think we're in agreement. I think if you would have waited one more turn so you could go Vader plus stuff.
Yeah.
I'd have been a lot happier with that. Like, Vader alone against a reactive main stack is just, you're asking to get jumped.
Yeah.
So, and even this, like, now he's going real late, and just here's an Inquisitor plus Mara against Luke, Leia, and Rey. Like, okay.
He's basically swinging for scraps here.
Yeah,
whatever little bit he can get, that's what he's gonna go get.
Yeah,
but
like, I'm not even sure what his plan is here. Like, if you start this battle, do you swing at Luke, I guess, and like just hope like Joe's got to read these texts, and he's like, I don't even know what's going on, but I'm still gonna win.
Oh, they're basically asking, can he just ignore this because of honor?
No, because honor, you're making the choice.
Yeah.
It's not it's the same reason
the
you
same
can't
thing for
honor and Watto.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're making the choice because you can always just say, no, I'll lose the text.
Yeah.
And once you choose to lose the force, it's not Darkseid making you lose force, it's you choosing to. That does explain what the holdup was a little bit, though, and I think it's a reasonable question for Joe to ask because it's one of those. Like, once you know what the ruling is, you know it, but it is kind of a weird case where you have to ask about the ruling and be like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the rules to me that isn't really founded in like logic. Like, it's honor doesn't say that because I chose poorly, I don't get protection. Like, honor just says if your card is causing me damage, I don't take it.
So honor says each time you must lose force.
Right. Well,
you don't have to lose. No, you don't. You can always just let them cancel your text. The moment you have an option to not lose force, it is no longer a must lose force.
And what about in Watto where I don't save 2 force, so now it's a must, but it's not a must? Like,
you still are given the option, you just fail on one of them. It's still you're given the option, use 2 or lose 2. It's an option you may not be able to take. I understand the reason behind it. I think it's cleaner to do it that way than well, can you do it without this type of thing? The same way, like, if you have a draw, if not able to otherwise, against Gold Leader, if you have one, you have to pay it. You don't get to just not draw an extra one. You don't get to just be like, oh, well, I'm choosing not to pay and I'll draw.
Yeah,
And
Joe's played like 6 senses, so
yeah,
I think AJ has not expected all these senses, and it's like,
no,
yeah,
AJ's AJ's definitely grinding and not happy the way this has gone.
no, he's gonna come back and tell me I didn't expect this. I'm like, it's throne roommates, like that.
Yeah.
That's kind of what happens.
Again, but when Throne Room was good, AJ was, still in elementary school.
Right.
So, like,
No, I know.
I
That's what I'm
get
saying.
what
Like,
happened here. He was not expecting some of these plays, and then it's all sort of steamrolled, and AJ is realizing that he's way down, and he's just not like now he's just kind of playing it out. And
also,
I
AJ's just
understand
playing
that, but
first.
yeah, but sometimes you just want to be like, you know what, I'm done with this.
Oh yeah. I mean, he's
Like he's not. I've seen players, and I've seen some very good players. Joe Olson in particular has talked about how you play out the games sometimes because you need to learn how to play these end games. AJ's not in an end game he needs to learn how to play. AJ's getting wrecked, and
no. I'm sure if he wasn't on stream,
he's
he'd be
not
playing.
coming
He
back.
would have already picked up
Yeah,
his cards.
if this was on Gampita, conceded long ago, because yeah, now he's going to get drained for 3 again.
Yep.
So it is interesting. I don't think Joe realized he could have moved the Dark Jedi lightsaber to Leia when she was there, because it's just a warrior of ability greater than 4.
Yeah, I don't think it matters.
I don't think so either. Like it more just would have been amusing to see the Dark Jedi lightsaber used
By Lady Vader.
by Leia. Yes. So we do see some EPPs in there. I saw a couple of EPP OBs.
Yeah, it
I'm
looks
not
like the
even
only
sure what
saber
he's
he's
thinking for,
playing is Luke and his saber.
which makes sense,
Yeah,
especially with the weapon lev that you can use to go get it.
and it also looks
Because
like
the
he got
EPP
like my
Ray is a
father
little
too.
interesting.
Right? Or is that no?
No,
That's just
that's
honor.
Honor.
Yeah,
Like, I'm like, he doesn't have an Endor location out.
yeah.
That would be interesting if you started Thurnham and used it to go get the Endor docking base. You could play like my father. Now you got Garrett looking at stuff because I don't remember. Oh, okay, like my father only deploys if an Endor site's on table,
Yeah.
so you'd have
It
to.
just has a similar picture to honor, which threw me off.
Yeah, well, I think it's more. No, I was more seeing if you could play it and then
Oh no, you have to have indoor sight.
it only did anything if Endor was there. So
Man, Joe is all about the old school. I think he's playing home 1 as a space too.
yeah, I saw the home one.
Like not even Tantive, which I just think is straight up better.
And it looks like Shadur Sanders just got drafted at some point by the Browns.
Makes sense.
Yeah, like they need him, but it's that's a
5th round, 6th pick.
yeah, it's a
Quite a
late,
fall.
quite a fall. He did not get nearly where he expected to be, and then to have to go to the Browns to boot. Like
It looks like he was playing the Hunt Down V here instead of playing football.
yeah, I mean AJ looks like he's going to try and do something. He's got a. There's the Inquisitor, and he's going to ping Luke and Tarkin. I mean, good for AJ trying. Just
Throwing
we're gonna go all the way. Like,
throwing bags of poop at the wall and seeing what sticks.
yeah. I mean, Joe's still got to lose a force here from the Luke's text being canceled, or is he just letting Luke's text be canceled?
I think he's just letting Luke's text be canceled.
All right. Figure. I mean, whatever he has for immunity, if AJ draws high enough. it
Well,
would
he's
have
got
cost him.
he's got
Anyways, Ray
EPP
covers
Ray.
7, so
Yeah.
AJ's got to draw a total of 8, and if he already draws a total of 8, doesn't really matter. Luke would have died no matter what.
Yeah.
So
Although Joe also has a billion cards in hand that he could lose from and not blink an eye with it.
yeah. I don't think he lost to First Strike though either. Oh, for
No, he did
Honor.
not.
I keep forgetting Honor.
Yeah. No, he did
So,
not lose to First Strike.
and good for him. I think he's deciding who he wants to swing at here. I don't understand why you're not just swinging Ray at Tarkin. Like Luke's made him forfeit 0. Luke's made Inquisitor forfeit 0. Or is he sitting on a Clash as well and deciding if he wants to use it? I don't know. And Joe's still got like 20 cards in reserve deck.
Yeah.
And AJ does hit a total of 10. So it'll be +2 from having an Inquisitor and the sight on the table. Like AJ did wipe him off. Like good for him. He's still got to
They get a
do
forfeit
something,
in
but
the right order.
yeah. Which in this case doesn't matter because Joe smartly says, okay, I'm losing the.
Right. No, that goes your lost pile, Joe.
That
No,
goes into
on
your
top.
lost file. Yep. And Joe's, I think, trying to avoid accidentally retrieving it, but yeah, there you go. He doesn't want to accidentally steal AJ's card, but at the same time, like it's a blue sleeve versus a silver sleeve.
Right.
You'd see it.
You'd hope so.
Yeah.
But the problem for AJ is, you cleared the site, lose to Visage, and your opponent doesn't have to.
And also, like, you finally cleared the site, but how many characters has it taken you to do that? And now Joe's going to drop 2 more characters and say thanks.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't know what else he's going to get out of this. There's 3PO. So, I mean, searching for a document that's definitely not there. Hatoum and Orgrim's honestly kind of obnoxious for him. Like,
yeah. I don't, it's the downside
nice
to playing Throne Room. Like, Home 1 War Room is nowhere near as good as it used to be.
Well,
I mean, AJ still had a decent amount of force.
Yeah, but he doesn't have a ton of cards in hand. And again, like, he's got to keep going. I appreciate that he keeps trying to grind. Like, you go for it and try and knock it out here. I just feel like he's behind.
I mean, he's the one on the clock, yeah.
Yeah, because Visage is burning him and not burning Joe. So, like, Joe doesn't even have to put guys down, but he's gonna. Like, he's gonna put Luke down again. And I think that might be why the Luke Saber is on top, is I'm assuming he's going to try. He's got an Unita or something to go get it. Yep, there's Rebel Leadership gets him nothing. He likely did not have anyone in there to get it. And still nothing. He's just using some of those used interrupts while he can.
I mean, we're not playing for diff, so.
Yeah, but it's good to keep those High Destiny cards in reserve.
I'd rather keep the Wisa out. It protects you.
Yeah, I wouldn't have hated Wisa, but I feel like, especially with Huntdown V, if they're going to hit you, they're definitely going to hit you, and if they're going to miss, they're definitely going to miss. It's unlikely. Joe is just cycling some cards out so he doesn't get dropped.
No, he's cycling cards out also because he didn't deploy anything, so he's going to set
He'll
up
let AJ deploy, yeah.
He wants AJ to deploy first.
Yeah, he'd rather just attack AJ. Because right now, if nothing else happens, he is ahead of the game on force loss. Like, force AJ to get Vader, to put Vader down, then go beat up Vader and let Visage continue to do its thing. Because AJ is getting a little lower. Now Visage
he's at like
hitting both.
15 cards.
Yeah, and Joe's at closer to 30.
Yeah.
And we'll see the lose one to go get the saber.
But I think this will do it.
I gotta imagine, especially AJ, I think only has one force there.
Hey, you got the 0 out. Congratulations, Joe.
Oh, he got the war room. All right, he's super happy now. And just a pile of force. Like, he's figuring out how many things do I get.
He's tracking around that 5 he set up so he can swing a hit and overflow.
Yep. I mean,
he only has, I think, 2 characters. I think he only has Luke and Ahsoka to really deploy.
He's got Din Djarin too, who's at least
that's right. He's had Din forever. And he's got Chewie.
Yeah, he's got bodies. So I'm more wondering, does he have anything that he's swinging with at all, or that's the Unita? Does he have the Unita? Six. That looks like a Luke Rebel Scout.
He had another saber, I was pretty sure.
Oh, okay. You got to go Ahsoka.
Yeah.
Just nasty. Like, all right.
Oh, he's got Hera too.
Well, but Hera can just get I mean, it's Vader and Force of Vader. Just cancel Hera's text. There's no real.
Well, no, but I mean, you can.
She's power and she's forfeit. Yeah, I'd be perfectly happy throwing her out there. You know, she's power and she's
forfeit. I think I'd rather just play Chewie. He's more power.
Yeah. And out of commission
V.
That might be one to pull up because I don't remember what that does exactly. Remainder turn, forfeit values may not be increased, and opponent may not target your hit cards to be lost. All right, so on the off chance he had something like a sniper combo.
Yeah.
It's you can't do that to me. Which for a 0 cost, 5 destiny used interrupt, like that's not a bad, just throw it down.
Yeah. Like I said, I'd play Chewie too.
He is going Chewie. He gets the battle for free anyways, and you're not paying because of coward, you're not retrieving any, so it doesn't really matter that.
But AJ does need to lose one. There you go.
Yep.
Yep, hit.
And yep, chop. AJ swinging back.
Hit somebody.
Right? Yeah, that's a 7, so it hit whoever he swung at. He should have paid one to swing, though, shouldn't he have?
Yep.
Yeah, Joe's forgetting the most important part of Luke's text there.
Yeah, it did matter.
Yeah, AJ didn't have a gick, so it was going to be.
AJ was down way too much.
Once he hit him, yeah, AJ walked into playing against reactive mains and just got flustered and didn't play it great. And that happens to all of us occasionally. Third room when they get going fast and, had this massive force choke, like you just feel bad. And it's tough to get out of there. But Joe Horby, fairly new to the open scene, 3-1 at a very competitive tournament. Like there's 27 people there. The tournament's definitely not as big as some of our other in-person events have been, but there's a lot of very, very good players there, and Joe is staying right in the mix with all of them. So good for him. Congrats. AJ at 2-2. Day's not over. You still have You know, there for top 8, there's definitely going to be a couple 5 and 3s at 27 players. So both with the gorgeous Emperor boxes, those are so pretty. So
it's not the right color. It's not orange.
You just like your BB-8 box, so
I just like UT. So it's not orange, doesn't count.
All right, well, we will be back for the next round as soon as pairings are up. We'll see.
I would imagine it's probably another 15, 20 minutes. So
yeah, I got to think this game went fairly quick, so we got a little bit of time here. So everybody go get yourself a drink, relax for a minute, and we will be back.